who is HartBeat Ensemble? Steve Ginsberg and Julia Rosenblatt are my co-founding artistic director partners. We founded the company in 2001. We have two new ensemble members, Cindy Martinez and Deborah Walsh. And we have a staff, Jen Yanko, Maureen Welch.
One of the reasons we got together is we found that we had a similar style. We were really interested in pushing new genres, pushing new styles, finding new aesthetics, being hip-hop, being more experimental, being open to all sorts of ideas.
And then it was Julia's idea to come to Hartford because she was raised here. And at the time, Hartford was the poorest city in the country and the richest per capita state in the country.
We use theater as a tool to do conflict resolution, and we do these play creation, which is, you know, sharing worldview, communicating things. But we do a lot of arts integration work in schools. We have an anti-bullying program through theater in one school.
In terms of community building, how do we tell particular stories that gather a community together and really motivate us to hear the stories that want us to change and better our communities?
Graves is a modern day retelling of the Grapes of Wrath that takes place in Hartford. News to Me, which was about the No Child Left Behind. Then there was Pueblo, which is a play about the Americas. Next was Ebenezer, a Hartford holiday carol, which has become our holiday season classic. Then came Rich Clown, Poor Clown, Beggar Clown Thief, which was about the war on poverty. Flipside has been our latest main stage production, and it's about the war on drugs. New Play Institute is a thing that we do every year now. Ensemble theater work is a lengthy process. There's no way around that, and so we've decided to make that as easy as possible by doing a workshop production in 1 year, followed by the next year is a full stage production of our new main stage. And while that's happening, we're back in development of a new workshop.
We have been doing education programs since the beginning. Our founding in 2001, some of the first stuff we did was education workshops. During YPI, it's a 5-week period in which a Hartford school and a suburban school get together. They get to know each other, they learn consensus process, and then they learn to and create a play together, which at the end of 5 weeks they'll perform. And consensus process is that the idea is that everyone can at least agree enough to move forward. It is essentially the most certainly egalitarian way of working, but it also it actually teaches ensemble creation at its very core. For the first time in their lives, put the group before themselves. So they're developing their own worldview and then sharing it with other people, some of whom have come from vastly different backgrounds than themselves. At that pivotal time of sort of figuring out the world, they're also learning to share it with each other, learning to communicate it, and then learning to make it art.
So HartBeat wanted to bring the stories that happen within the neighborhoods of Hartford right there directly to the neighborhoods.
Plays in the Parks kind of comes from our roots there with the San Francisco Mime Troupe.
Plays in the Parks does short format, 10 to 12 minute plays, and we really try to get very entertaining, very big, very broad styled theater that appeals across the board to children, adults, and has a whole community come together.
The community has really embraced us, and I feel like that means that we're doing something that's valuable to the community and respected and enjoyed.
Other programs do a lot of theater training, and we have that training in acting, writing, design. But on top of that, we're giving the whole process, the whole art form purpose, because we're saying this art form is about communicating what it is you believe, even as you're discovering what you believe.
You got good theater being produced here in Hartford about stories that come from people in Hartford.